Here are the solutions to Chapter 8. How did you go? Okay, let's look at that code fragment again. What do the various printfs come up with? Okay, first of all, the size of the string. Well, what's the size of the string going to be? It's hello there. That's 5 letters for hello, plus a space is 6, plus another 5 for there is 11, plus a new line is 12, plus a null is 13. 13. How about the length of the string? Well, that's everything except the null, so that's 12. How about, then we put the word new in it, so the size of the string is now, well, it's still 13. The variable has not changed its size. Okay, this is a very clever illustration of the difference between a size of and a string when it comes to strings. The length of the string is not the same size as the length of the array. It's good to know this. The length of the new string, however, is now 3, NEW. There's no new line anymore. The null is still there, but that doesn't get counted in the string. And finally, the size of the first element in the string array is, of course, 1 character. Okay, and let's go and have a look at the code solutions. This is agesolution.c. Now, there's 2 ways of solving this. You may have come up with either or both. Again, it's pleasing to your name and your age. The first way is to actually do a string compare, and it with the results of the teenager thingy, and then do a question mark. And you will get this for the true and this for the false. Notice there's a colon on the end there, not a semicolon. It's pretty ugly code because it probably would be more readable if you used a simple if-else. But the exercise was to see if we could do it. It's actually a pretty simple exercise. It just involved removing the if from around the test and removing the else and replacing it with a colon and so on. There's another way you could have done it, and that is put the whole thing inside a printf. So we do printf, rather than have 2 printfs here, printf if it's true or printf if it's false, you're going to do the printf anyway, so you may as well take it outside of the condition. And then inside, you do the test. There's the test again. Now this is odd, isn't it? You seeing what's going on here? Now, if that is true, then printf will print this string. And if it's false, then printf will print this string. You see what's going in here? So you're always used to seeing the very first parameter to the printf function being a string. And now I've gone and changed it and made it a condition. But I really haven't. It may look like the first parameter is actually a condition. It's not. The first parameter is this whole thing. That is the first parameter. There is 1 parameter to printf, which evaluates to either that string or that string. Yeah? Okay, if you don't get it, just compare those 2 solutions. They both work. I'll just compile that. I think you're the chosen one if, from memory, if your age is not a teenager, so let's say 40, and your name is Bruce. You are the chosen one. It works both ways, you see. Okay, you get that out answered twice. Okay, let's have a look at the course project. Okay, this is the Chapter 8 version of the database project. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Any ways we can improve this. Oh, here we go. You can store a maximum of %D CDs. I had just previously just set it to be 100. Whoops, that's not right. 100, there you go. Now, I thought it would be nicer if that came from, well, from one of these. There's 5 of them, so we could take our pick. I just happen to choose the price one. However many prices there are, that's how many CDs we can have. Okay, so I did it that. Size of the price array divided by the size of the first element of the array gives the number of elements in the array. Okay, did you think about that one? It's possible to do that. Don't think there was anything here. No, nothing, no. Okay. There used to be a line here that said count equals count plus 1. Okay? And what I did first was I did that, count plus plus, very straightforward. And then I got rid of the line altogether and put it right here. Notice plus plus count in this case. Plus plus is before the word count, meaning that the increment is going to happen before this comparison happens. In other words, it would almost be as if the plus plus count, or the count plus plus, was on the previous line, happening before this if statement. Believe me, it works. I promise you. Have a look at it if you don't believe me. And stare at it. Okay, there's another little plus plus just happening right there. That was a new one. And finally, I think the last thing I changed in this was this line here. I made this a conditional statement. What are we going to put as? This used to be an if and an else. If album I, in other words, if it is an album, if this number I is an album, then output the word album, otherwise output the word single. That's very simple. That's kind of the beauty of the conditional operator. That's the really classic use of it. You can do simple things like that when before you would have needed 4 lines of code and 2 put-else statements. Pretty simple.